A beaming ruler-in-waiting stands between dozens of local leaders, and guests rush to take selfies with him. The king moves around the room like an Instagram star who is used to hanging out with big names like Cristiano Ronaldo. A few meters behind him, in the background at an event at the Dubai Expo earlier this year, was a man who may not be as well known in the city's social scene, but whose influence is getting praise from foreign investors and keeping government-run company execs on their toes. My 39-year-old brother, Sheikh Maktoum, and 73-year-old father, who is the master of Dubai, are taking on more responsibility. Each of them has made a place for themselves. They have to protect Dubai's position as the most important business hub in the Middle East, even though it faces competition from other cities in the area and scrutiny from around the world because of Russia's war in Ukraine. Nasser al-Sheikh, who used to be Dubai's finance chief and helped the emirate get through the debt crisis in 2009, said, "Think of it as a company. Hamdan is the CEO and Maktoum is the chairman. Even though Hamdan is the crown prince and the face of Dubai, all decisions are made after the two brothers talk about them." Crown Prince and heir Sheikh Hamdan is the city's most famous salesman. The city was built on its flash and its ability to bring in money and millions of tourists. This year, Sheikh Maktoum has been very important to Dubai's financial market because he runs the Emirates' many large state-run businesses. He is part of a push to sell shares to investors, most recently to Salik, a company that runs toll roads. He has also called business leaders in the past to talk about their numbers. Dubai is also under pressure to stop the flow of illegal money. The energy crisis may have helped the United Arab Emirates make more money from oil, but it will speed up the world's move away from fossil fuels in the long run. The brothers, who were born a year apart but to the same mother, also have to keep the UAE's delicate power balance in check. That happened after the leaders of Dubai convinced Abu Dhabi to put more emphasis on business and the economy and less on foreign policy, which caused the UAE to send troops to fight in wars in Yemen, Libya, and Turkey. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, is a problem because it wants to be like Dubai and attract foreign wealth and talent. The two men don't talk to the press very often. The Dubai media office said that talks could not be set up in the time allotted and would not say anything else. Fazza is Sheikh Hamdan's nickname. In Arabic, it means someone who quickly helps others. In 2008, he was made crown prince instead of his older brother, Sheikh Rashid, who died in 2015 at the age of 33. Sheikh Hamdan's social media pages have a lot of formal pictures of him doing official things for the government, but they also have pictures of him skydiving, mountain climbing, horseback riding, and standing on top of the world's biggest building. He interacts with people in Dubai's shops and restaurants, continuing the image of the approachable leader his father built as he prepares for his future role. He has 14.6 million Instagram followers, which is more than the population of the UAE. Most of the time, Hamdan goes with his father to talks with other Sheikhdom leaders in the UAE. He also leads Dubai's 22-person executive council, which includes his brother. That Hamdan is characterized by his young and dynamic personality that has helped him connect with the people of Dubai is written on the council's website. He is also the head of the Investment Corporation of Dubai, which is the Emirates' national wealth fund. What about Maktoum? The council says he has the traits of an ambitious young leader. After his uncle died in September 2021, he was named finance minister for the UAE. This put him in the public eye. Investors became interested in him when he led the sale of shares in long-coveted state-owned companies. They had been calling for years for state-run businesses to be listed on the stock market in Dubai in order to make it better. A senior researcher at the Dubai Public Policy Research Center, Bihuth, who has also been a UAE ambassador, said Sheikh Maktoum is currently playing the role that has been set out for him, which is clear and technical. Being the crown prince, Sheikh Hamdan has a more important job to do. People from the area and the different tribes like him, and he can also connect with and appeal to Dubai's big expat community. It's going to be a busy year for public sales this year. 10 state-owned companies are going to offer shares to investors. More than $6 billion was raised when Sheikh Maktoum helped sell shares in Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, the city's main utility, and Techcom Group, which runs business parks. In September, investors bought up all of the shares that were available in Salik, a company that runs road tolls. Dubai then made the sale even bigger. The deal, which was put together by Goldman Sachs Group Inc., Merrill Lynch, and other firms, is meant to bring in $1 billion. A manager at the Egyptian investment bank EFG Hermes, named Mohammed Abu Basha, said, Dubai's markets are not fully reflecting that status as the financial hub of the region. If you want to further boost the Dubai story, you need to continue this IPO push, which I think is long overdue. Sheikh Maktoum is also very interested in how businesses are run. He is in charge of the government's auditing department and keeps a close eye on the funds of Dubai's state-controlled businesses. Some of these businesses caused Dubai's financial problems more than 10 years ago. The goal makes sense, since he's one of the main people in charge of keeping an eye on the city's money. People who know about the situation say that since taking over as head of the Financial Audit Authority, the Royal has directed financial investigations into several state firms when they think there may be corruption. However, they did not want to be named because the discussions were private. They said that he keeps business meetings short, serious, and to the point, even though in this part of the world, people usually talk for a long time over tea before getting down to work. An official at a company owned by the UAE said he was shocked when Sheikh Maktoum's office called to ask him to come in. He was led into the office by someone, but then Sheikh Maktoum walked in with a bottle of water in his hand a short time later. Right away, he started going over some deals and asking for more information and explanations. The executive got worried during the meeting and started reaching for his files, but the sheikh put him at ease, according to the executive, who did not want to be named because it was a private meeting. He gave his direct phone number to someone else when he left. Sheikh Maktoum is the Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Ruler of Dubai. One banker said that Sheikh Maktoum often asks for details on certain projects late at night or on the weekends. The UAE stock markets have changed for the better since Sheikh Maktoum took over, said Tariq Fadlallah, who is in charge of Nomura Asset Management's Middle East business. It definitely helps that he's the son of Dubai's ruler and that he's from a generation that's comfortable with rapid change. Sheikh Maktoum wants to make sure that Dubai doesn't go through another financial crisis like the one in 2009, when it needed a $20 billion loan from Abu Dhabi. Sheikh Maktoum was in his early 20s when Dubai was close to going bankrupt. He asked Al-Sheikh, who was in charge of finances at the time, to give him a full report on the situation. He asked me to sit with him and run him through the numbers, Al-Sheikh stated. He wanted to know where exactly the stress points were and what caused them. Dubai now has to deal with new problems. The UAE was put on the so-called grey list by the Paris-based Financial Action Task Force earlier this year. This shows that the Gulf country isn't doing enough to stop the flow of illegal money. The UAE has said since then that it will make deportation agreements stronger. Since Russia invaded Ukraine, the way Dubai deals with illegal money has come under more inspection around the world. In terms of politics, the UAE has kept ties with Russia. In private, UAE leaders have said that the country will follow the rules set by the international community. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, a millennial and de facto leader of Saudi Arabia, is opening up the country. This is also starting to bring in foreign talent that might have gone to Dubai instead. In response, the UAE has worked to make the country more appealing to foreign businesses and to get newcomers to stay longer. It stopped being illegal for unmarried couples to live together, let expats marry, divorce, and use the inheritance laws of their home countries, and got rid of the rule that you needed a license to drink alcohol. Also, you no longer need local partners to start a business. Some people can now get long-term visas, and the UAE has started a rare move in the Gulf region. It is letting some people become citizens. How Dubai handles the next phase will depend on how the two brothers get along. Sheikh Hamdan will finally take over from his father as the city's face, while Sheikh Maktoum will solidify his position as the numbers guy. Jim Cran, who wrote the 2009 book City of Gold, Dubai and the Dream of Capitalism, said that when Sheikh Maktoum was first appointed, there were pretty low expectations. I didn't know much about him, but he's becoming so well known because of how strong he is as a person and how willing he is to get involved.